head back up the coast, and if we ever need him, we can meet him there. Depends where we're going. I think we paid for him for a few days. Why don't we head back to the orphanarium, and we can message him later.
Yeah, that works. We could, if we need to, we can ask him to hire someone else, and well, he probably needs to get paid in some way.
We prepaid him, didn't we?
Yeah, but only for like 3 days, more or less. How long has it been since then? Like 1 day? 2 days?
15 feet.
Yeah, I think just 1 day.
75 miles through the wilderness, so it's been about 2.5 days.
Okay, never mind.
Just looking at Cadell to Thornhold, and then around the mountains and stuff, it's been at least 2.5. But that's, he seemed happy when you saw him. That's all you know.
Do we have enough spells to try and message him now, or before we make a decision?
I can message him. I can send a sending.
Okay.
It always helps to have DMs. So.
What's that, Dwayne?
Oh, it always helps to be able to just instant message an orc.
Yeah.
It's a third level spell though, so it's can only do it so many times.
Yeah, but if we message him and we only need to, I guess.
Oh yeah, just once.
Yeah.
Okay. So he responds. It is the most drunken response you've ever got. You can apparently slur your words in sending. Happily, and he's like, "Don't worry, I have all the alcohol I need. The boat provides."
All right.
Just for anybody who's curious, the boat was completely empty of alcohol when you left.
Something's telling me he is not going to drive our boat anywhere.
I wait for you. You guys are fun,
Yeah.
he says.
Because it's our boat, right? We stole that one?
Yeah.
We borrowed.
Permanently.
So we can just leave it. I'm sure that
Do we
will
have
have no
any, like,
consequences
document fees or
whatsoever
anything like that?
at any point in time.
What's that, Drew?
I'm sure that will have no consequences at any point in time. We can just leave it and ignore it. That's how we fix most problems.
I'm sold. There might be document fees, and it might just get impounded and sold off. But
Oh no, we'll lose our boat that we have deep emotional connections to.
Drew really liked the guy.
Drew did really like the guy. I'm sure he'll figure something out, or be so drunk that he won't care.
One of those high-functioning alcoholics. He seemed to know exactly what was going on all the time, and yet was drunk.
Yeah, we'll see how high functioning he remains. But
that's fine. Nobody's perfect.
yeah, and that sounds like the best kind of problem, not my problem. So yeah, Jeru is going to activate his.
Okay, before that, not that anything significant. Spalding wanted to identify some items using the generalized identifier rule.
Mm-hmm.
The short rest, conscious concentration.
Yep.
So you guys, I assume, rested right up, so we'll call it early morning.
Okay.
It was overnight, so it was dark when everything else started to happen. So, Spalding, do you want to do that? What do you want to identify? What's the deal?
Yeah, I'm just looking
Everything.
through my inventory again, trying to remember which were the items that need to be identified.
It's okay.
Also, I still have 10 pounds of cursed platinum. Do you want to do anything with that? It's very clearly cursed. Can we just leave it here?
Well, does that also mean that you're gonna leave me here? And I point to my face turning into cursed platinum.
Well, you can't leave, but this pile of cursed platinum, we definitely can. So I'm gonna take that out of my inventory and just Drop it on the ground in the middle of town.
Why don't we just give it to the boat? Dude.
I'm gonna leave it here. It's cursed.
Okay. You do that without touching it, I assume, so.
And I'll pull something out of my magic cloak that I forgot I was wearing.
Alright. Shit. Just 1 second. Didn't have that in front of me. I hadn't transferred that to the new.
Yeah, I was just because we were staying overnight. It's not important.
Oh no, it's fun. It's not that hard. I have it. I just had to pull it. I was like, we talked about that, and then I didn't put it on my new note system. I'm like, you're still got this thing hanging around that everybody forgot exists.
Chris, do you have the list of things that came out of the last fight?
Yeah. So just 1 second. It's also, is there not a loot log? It's not in there. No.
No, nothing's in there. It's too bad they don't let you sort the inventory by date added. That would really help.
Just 1 second. I'm just pulling up the thing.
I was gonna say my notes don't even have anything.
I have one thing in my other possession that's titled Form and Fork, which I have no idea what that would be.
What is it?
Form and Fork.
Form and fork.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. The fuck is that? Google it.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, Drew. Glory. Drew pulls out a silver little figurine, not anything like these other ones, just a regular figurine of a raven. It will fit in your pocket.
Awesome. I put it in another pocket that hopefully it will still be there and when I check later.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the inside pockets, you just drop it in and it feels like there's no weight or anything in them at all. Okay, sorry, Spence. So, the guys who exploded dropped these, well, beside them were a number of small, tiny objects, including these red teardrop-shaped beads.
Oh, right. Beads that have. Oh, yeah. Glow inside. Do not cast any light. 2 glowing red beads. 5 marbles made of glass that look like winter escape.
So yeah, the 5 blue marbles, the 3 red beads, and 2 dark blue beads that are actually like got a metal circle inside them to go on a necklace.
No, that was 2 dark blue beads, you said?
Yeah, with this metal circular sleeve inside them, like for jewelry. Others gems, red gems, are just pocket ones, and the marbles are just pocket things. But that one actually is meant to go on a whatever thingy. There was a name for those holes. I knew it last week.
Okay, I did have it in here, but not being able to sort by what the last thing I needed was.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll start with one of the red ones. See if
Which one?
One of the red glowing beads.
Okay. Can you roll an Arcana for me? Or History, your choice.
Um, 12.
Okay.
Roll to 6.
All right. So you're holding these, I believe it's 3, correct?
Yeah. Well, I had 2 written here for glowing, but might have been 3.
I thought it was 3-2 or 2-3-4, but
Oh, okay. I had 2-5-2. So
hold on a second.
yeah.
That's five of which one?
5 of the white ones.
Blue marbles. Okay.
Or the 5 marbles made of glass, like Winterscape.
5 marbles of glass. And 2 red diamonds. Okay. 2-2.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Making sure everybody's count matches. You could get to develop a fairly intimate understanding of these, though not their history or title necessarily. And they feel very scary and chaotic. And when you concentrate on them, you focus on them, you start to feel like information and feelings and ideas are coming to you from beyond, but no compulsions. Just like something's touching you in your mind with information. And suddenly Spalding understands something that happened.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so that took it.
I guess it would be too late for these to have already exploded, so I can assume they're not particularly dangerous.
Yeah, they're
At least
glowing.
not yet.
They're glowing, so it's hard to say.
Okay. So I'll say these basically act as you ever pull the pin on a grenade and jump into a pile? It's
What's-
basically like if you drop this or have it stolen or you die, it'll leave a fireball behind that'll pop a minute later.
Oh. So wait, so if you're holding all of them, is that bad if you die?
Yeah, we only have 2 of them though, so it's bad, but you're already dead, so what do you care?
No problem.
Well, the delayed blast can be a little hard on other people, but so this is Spalding realizes and would explain that he realized what happened with those guys that dropped.
Yeah, there's a few blasts that happened after the last combat, and I think they were holding these gems.
So so that takes him an hour. What's everybody else doing?
Same thing with my raven.
You put it back in the pocket. Okay, yeah.
No, I look at it and try to figure out what the heck it is. So of course,
I thought you just said you put it back in the pocket. I apologize.
I did, but given that we're sitting around for an hour, I'll take it out and look at it.
Okay, just 1 second. So you reach into the pocket where you put the raven.
Do I get a raven out?
No, you pull out what seems to be an immovable rod. You're sure it is. You feel like you've seen a lot of immovable rods,
I have a movable rod.
but somehow the material is like celery.
So it's not an immovable rod.
It is.
It's an immovable piece of celery.
Yeah. So what happens? Well, how far would Drew go to try and figure this out physically?
Honestly, I'll probably snap it in half.
Okay, whatever you do to it, it does not move. You can crush it, you can dent it, you can actually probably turn it into a pulp, and it will stay in that position until you push the celery-based button.
And then when you push the celery-based button, do you have like a smushed up piece of celery?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put my immovable celery on my belt.
Yeah. So it's got a little damage where you snapped it, but
Mhm.
where you ended up crushing it trying to snap it, and it looks damaged. But yeah, it's immovable celery. So
Does it? I kind of want to eat it, but I kind of can see how that would go horribly wrong. So I'm not going to.
depends whether you eat the button or not. Anyways, it smells like celery.
They moved
So, anyways, yeah. So that's what happening there. Um, so, anybody else do anything? Bumbleberry.
I'm
If you
sitting,
recall,
I'm sitting
you were
buying
getting-
my belt buckle and new sword.
yeah, the belt buckle if you recall, sort of started giving you impressions and feelings pretty quickly. The skull did, and it feels very connected to you. You have no compulsions. I'll tell you, if there's various parents, loving parents.
I don't know. I don't know. You're
Just a-
orphans.
yeah, that's right. Sorry, yeah, sorry. What am I thinking? We don't have any story on them. We just have a story on somebody else, on a couple other people's parents, but not his. Okay, so Bumbleberry, you feel like you're at home at the orphanage when you think about this thing, and it thinks about you. You feel like it's thinking about you, and it's here to help you and love you. So,
Isn't that neat?
anyways, and you feel connected to it, like almost like it's touching you even when it isn't. Spalding has some advice for you regarding it. Right, Spalding?
About what, sorry?
About his coyote skull.
Oh,
Yeah. He had a theory. You didn't see what happened, though. And I guess maybe nobody discussed it. You didn't see anything. Oh, that's interesting. All right.
anything that happened in that fight, I was not privy to. I was
All
just
right.
kind of flying around.
Well then, everything is meta then. Yeah. So, all right. So Drew's got celery.
Yep. Immovable celery.
Yeah. So, what's Spalding? Do you want to tell everybody you're taking another hour, or what do you want to do?
Well, first I was gonna say, hey Frankfurt, do you want me to put a spell into your ring right now? I got lots of slots.
Sorry, put a spell in what?
In
You
your
have your spell storing ring?
Sure.
Yeah, you have a ring of
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give you Fireball, Thunderstep, Major Image, Blindness, Deafness, or Counterspell.
The ring already has fireball on it.
Didn't you use that?
You used it.
Oh, did I? Okay. Um.
I remember because we had the discussion about whose DC it was.
Yes. Sure. Sorry. What was the?
There was Fireball, Thunderstep, Counterspell, Blindness, Deafness, Major Image, or Thunderstep.
Let's try Thunderstep.
Okay, so level 3 Thunderstep, which is 3d10 when you roll it.
Very nice.
And then you get to teleport with taking someone with you. Or the one that I have 5 of.
What?
I think calling it the white one is correct.
The what?
The marble.
Blue. Okay. There's blue and icy looking.
Okay, the icy one then.
Yeah.
That I have 5 of here.
Fine. Yep.
Or Arcana, it's 24.
Oh wow. Okay. You have a strong intuition about these on top of what you learn about this object. You believe that everything it says here, which I'm going to not read to the party and bore everybody, you believe there's more to it than that is not discernible to you. So,
Would I be able to make actually I'll wait until after I identify the last one and see if I can make any kind of connection between all 3 of them, see if there might be relationships.
Peter, what's Peter up to anyways?
Pedo, I think, is probably like lighting something on fire and testing if he's immune to fire still.
It hurts.
Or it's okay.
Oh, I see, Spence. Sorry, my thing wasn't scrolling, so I thought it wasn't going. Because it wasn't advancing, you know? Anyways. Yeah. If Spalding was there, he'd know so much.
And these are the ones we have two of, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Pedo, candles hurt.
Yeah. So then I think I tell everyone again that I think that idol made me immune to fire. I don't know what happened at the end, but maybe your idol does something too, Bumbleberry.
Oh yeah, it made me immune from being squished.
Oh,
So now the information's out there, anyways. Just it's for Spalding to put together as well. Talk to them about in character.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say, like, similar to how the last one would cast a fireball, this one casts resurrection if you drop it. So basically, a come back to life spell. You die, I guess. It doesn't actually say. Yeah, when the bearer of the bead dies. So yeah, if this is basically our get back to life spell.
Read the first sentence of activation again. Yourself there.
Oh, this cast on the second nearest humanoid or monster remains to the bead. Okay, so once you drop it, it'll cast resurrection on the second closest thing to the bead, and it falls straight down. So if you like land and it falls in your chest, it'll like fall straight through onto the ground.
Well, it won't go through a person, but it'll go through anything else. So, yeah.
Okay, but then it doesn't cast if it's close to you. It won't resurrect you. It'll resurrect the next closest thing, whether it's monster or human.
Oh.
And
does that mean it resurrected a whole bunch of things from whenever it was dropped?
it seems that way. Well, if
Does
that
it
happened,
recharge?
then it was probably this.
Hmm.
If kept seeing things come back to life last battle, it was because they were carrying these around.
Are these like rechargeable? Can we drop it in like infinite resurrection?
Nope.
That's a very
Yeah,
fast.
I guess
heal.
it gets consumed once it gets
Okay.
used.
So these are the ones that are left.
Yeah. And I don't fully understand how they were dropped by the guy, but
That's because it's the same with the red ones. There's information that ultimately is just not discernible by examining something.
okay. And if nothing else is happening, I'll start on the white ones as well.
Some kind of wondrous, crazy thing from that only existed in one instance in the world or 10. That information just can't just be discerned because you can't test it unless you test it. So yeah. So if anybody else is doing Pedo, you might be fascinated by the idea that there's a coyote idol. So. Anyways, it's up to you.
Yeah, I think I would try to look into that. I'd also maybe try to caution Bumbleberry about taking it off because I seem to have exploded when I took mine off. So just careful.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They'll be fine. They're not both gonna explode, right?
True.
Yeah. Next time you take your pants off, Bumbleberry, like walk into a field far away from anyone else.
He just implodes in the field with his pants half off.
Just leaves a crater.
Or human bomb?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah. We already know that if he blows up, we just throw one of those white marbles towards him. And then-
Thousands of years from now, he's just gonna fuck with archaeologists.
Okay. Finn, so repeat after me. What is it? Oh, Yolanda is great.
Yolanda's great.
Yolanda is great, yeah. And then pull your pants. Anyway.
Oh,
Well, but I was trying to figure out a non-racist way to say that, so. Anyways, but so when you move that Spalding and Pito and you two were paying the most attention, it was halfway between you guys, about 10 or 15 feet. So just so you know, but when it exploded, so. And you recall back to if you guys have a discussion about it, which you would, I think, and you guys can work on these in character as you go. That was pretty similar, Drew, at the waterfront.
okay.
About 10 feet, so you wouldn't want to say 10 versus 13 and be wrong.
Right.
So definitely you feel at least 10, but anyways. So yeah, so third hour of the morning, so 10 o'clock or whatever.
Are we ready to head out?
I'll check some. Well, I got one last thing to identify, and given that these probably need to be carefully distributed amongst us, we should figure out what this does. It's 14 on Arcana.
Okay. Okay. And you're okay there. This one was easier for you to figure out because of its relationship to some famous tomes.
Okay, so it's basically a little marble that you throw, and you can detonate whenever you want, and it casts ice spell, Rhymes Binding Ice. Once, and is that an area of effect thing, or is that like a
No, it you can look up. It is I believe a line, like a cone. It might be a one creature thing, or I can't remember. It's a really good spell. Can't remember if it's a cone or a one creature thing. Yeah, 30-foot cone.
and then 3d8 on failed save.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with more money?
Yeah, I still have some of those like magic gold coins from the Dragon Horde from way back when.
You guys just haven't done anything with them, so yep.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and then so if they get hit by it, and fail their save, it's 3d8 damage, and they're hindered by ice formations for a minute, which
Half speed.
has speed reduced to 0, and it takes another creature within reach to break the ice away.
Cool.
So like totally freezes them in place basically until someone helps them. So yeah, we have 5 of these things, and if they miss, they do not activate and are no longer magical and remain inert forever.
Yeah, you figure out that
this one requires attunement.
it seems a lot. Seems a lot from a short rest, but I mean by keeping closer to raw, you figure out that the target has to be chosen while they're moving. Pretty detailed. I don't really know how you get that without studying it, but I don't want to be a dick either. You just don't know the names or origin of them. That's all from the short rest stuff, right? Yeah.
That is fun.
You
So
don't
they
need-
require attunement for these balls, but the other beads don't. So who has open attunement slots?
I've got a bunch of them.
I do. Also.
What are attunement slots?
So if you go to your inventory and scroll into the bottom, there'll
Oh.
be certain magical items that require attunement to use. Probably your more.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
It's
see.
a way of limiting too much power in one person.
Yeah, it keeps you from giving all your magic items to one guy and send him in.
Yeah.
Voltron.
So I have 1 slot, so I could take one of these white balls.
I've got. You attune to it, and then you can shoot it, and that's it.
You
Yeah,
throw
it's a single use item.
And once it's thrown, it's done.
Even if you miss, it's done.
I'll take a magic snowball.
It's pretty hard to miss because you can shoot from 30 feet from it at something. So it's just whether you get everything you want or not, right? So
Yeah, like I don't even know. Maybe you could. It says you can throw one of these marbles as improvised weapon, so
Okay.
you can't like tie it to your crossbow and shoot a crossbow.
Oh, that would have been clever.
That's fine. I'll take one and attune to it.
Okay. So Drew has one. I'll take one.
I thought I had a magic special items. There we go. And since you guys are distributing,
I have 3 blank slots, so I can gladly take one if no one else wants them.
Oh, you have 3 blank slots. Wow.
I have 3 blank slots. It looks like.
Are there any magic items that we're not using by anyone?
yeah. Wait a minute. What magic items do you have?
Well, it says that items you can attune will display here, and there's nothing there.
Are you wielding your magic weapon in your thing, and does it require attunement?
I am holding it, and it says nothing about attunement.
Yeah, it should just be a regular +1.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's not a warning one or something.
No, it's just a regular.
Okay. Cool. Yep. And you don't have any other magic items that require attunement? I can't remember if the special ones do or not. Spency doesn't have one anyways.
Everything that all my items are either white, which I believe is unranked or garbage rank, and got 3 green things, none of which require attunement.
And you're good.
All right.
How do you make a custom item that requires attunement? In this?
That's what I was.
It's doable. You
If
can take a
single
look.
use though, might not be worth doing.
It's
Just leave the open slot.
probably not worth doing for this single one, but you could. If you take a look on Jeru, my Nerve of the Air is a custom item, and you can kind of use that as a template. I don't know how
Yeah.
easy it is to share with other people, though.
Just 1 second. I'll pull up.
Frankfurt, you said you had an open slot,
Nope.
right?
Because I
Oh, no.
remember I have all the custom item. I had a couple custom items that are attuned to me. So my spots are
So then, do you want to take 3 for now? Then
I'll gladly take all the snowballs you need.
so yeah, I have 1. Drew has 1. Help has 3. Then we have the fireball beads and resurrection beads. Who wants to be the first to die? Because you got to take this.
Jeru usually doesn't die.
And this is full on die. This isn't go unconscious.
Oh, this is full on die, not just unconscious?
Yeah.
We're never going to use these. You can give one to Jeru. I'll take a fireball on death.
Okay.
You cannot get rid of those.
What?
You cannot get rid of those.
Oh,
So
me?
then does Spalding have all of them?
Yep. Both.
So if Spalding were to die,
Run.
You'd
Yeah.
explode and then resurrect the neighbor.
Yeah, and then it takes about a minute for the resurrection to happen, so they would have a rude awakening.
It takes an unknown amount of time for the fireball to happen. So...
Okay, so that's only if I go down by death saves, though. If something just one-shots me, then
we're fine.
yeah, the resurrections will happen, but the fireball won't.
Yes, if the bead is dropped, falls from your person, or is removed from your person by yourself or any other person's, it's activated.
Okay, so I can just choose to drop it then at some point.
Yeah, if it doesn't go off right away, you're good.
Yeah.
1d3. So, good old chaos item. Drew, I don't know if I have the final thing on Nerve there.
I've got it on me. I don't know.
Well, I mean the final description we came up with.
I have it in a way that does all of the things that we talked about.
Okay, if you could send me the text just so I can make sure that my right
Well,
note.
again, it's on my character on D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me.
You
Yeah,
should be
sure.
able to just look at it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
attuned to it right now.
Okay. Mhm.
For the resurrection stones, would those target the same creature if I dropped them both at the same time, or would it target the second and third heroes?
That would be something you would learn after some studying in wizard school, looking at these things, or some kind of university or something. That's a really detailed thing.
I did roll a 24 on Arcana for that.
I know, but it doesn't give you information out of thin air. It gives you things you can observe and test or intuit. The answer to that question is not intuitable. So, makes the identify spell still useful, right? So, because that's a magical divination, right? So,
Hmm.
things like the title, which may come sometimes on easy stuff if it's been heard of, and not on others, right? So, right?
I would say if when everything's going on too with these guys, I'm probably by the water just fishing. If we're still by the water.
All right, all right. You find surprising amount of fish considering how few you saw.
I will like.
Is that under your items or notes, Drew?
What?
The-
It's in my items.
Yeah.
I'm currently attuned to it.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
fine.
in my
Okay.
equipment.
No problem. I'm just going through the list here. It's fine.
It's the nerve of the air. It's the one that's a different color.
Yep. It is kind of weird. Your sheet goes gray and stuff, but it's there. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Also, you get some spells, lol.
Yeah, I think I had to fiddle with it for a while. Here, I'll share that one with the group.
Yeah, this is definitely. I think this is what we came up with.
Yeah.
So no, I've got the rest of it here. I just wasn't sure if they matched. I want to make sure because we fidgeted.
It's technically not Word of Recall. It's similar,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, but it gives us where to split the rules if we need to on something, right? So yeah, that's all. Like it's like, can you do this? Is it line of sight? Is it whatever, right? You know, or any of those kind of questions. That's what the reference is. That's all. Just
Right.
instead of making something, it's like word of recall is fine, right? So that way, it's like what happens at the moment of casting is determined by the spell description, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Near a unoccupied space, that kind of shit, right? So
Yeah.
5 flowing creatures. So, yeah. All right. So you guys got that straightened out, and you're ready to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Drew's got a shit ton of money,
I've got our money. Yeah.
and somebody Frankfurt has a map. Bumbleberry, that connection is more pleasant as time goes on. There's no compulsion.
Great.
It's like a teddy bear.
Every so often, I'll annoy the party by going, "Guys, isn't this thing neat?"
And to be fair, even to you guys, it's really exotic and cool looking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
It also means that we can keep dropping things on Bumbleberry and see if it gets smushed, right?
True.
True. So far, the answer is still no.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can try stuff, so you know, making sure you don't meta as to whether you would actually play with it or not, guys.
I think we did a bit last time.
If
Yeah.
it looks like a cellar, I think I'd probably like taste it and be like, "Food?" Question
It
mark?
looks like what? Sorry, it looks like what, Tamara?
I said if it does look like celery, I would definitely like try to taste it.
Oh, that, yeah, the movable rod, yeah.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I was looking for like an image to modify it, and somebody actually did that on purpose to a coyote skull. It's so cool that I have to sort of break immersion and say, "Look at this cool picture I found." Anyways, I was gonna make something. So, yeah. Anyways, but that was too cool. So you guys see your world map there. You can head back to Oblong, no problem. That was another thing, casting time, so it's a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 1 hour, I assume. Huh? Oh, 15 minutes.
Isn't 10 minutes for a ritual?
It depends on the time of the spell. One action. Yep, 10 minutes. Yep.
Usually it's 10 minutes plus casting time.
Yep. That's why I asked. It depends. So, yeah. 10 minutes then. So, you guys appear in one of the back sort of, I guess what, storage room, main room, dramatic entrance. Where would you have set a place? Someplace important to you, maybe the...
Probably somewhere like in the middle of the field.
You would need to have a connection to the place that you're concentrating on.
I mean, it's the place that we grew up.
No, I mean not the field, but like to the spot. So it has to have some kind of. It could be the rock, the rock where you lost your virginity. It doesn't matter.
Right at the front door of the place.
All right. Okay, so you guys appear at the front of the orphanage, and if you need access to the world map at any point, let me know. Just a second. Oh my gosh, it has moved. Oh, come on. Just in the order of maps. Oh yeah, this is this folder thing. I'm still getting used to one of the last interface changes.
Oh yeah, does anybody know what spells to longbow I've got?
What's that?
Oh, just to the party.
Oh.
Anybody want a +2 longbow?
+2, can I use longbows?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
It's a strength thing.
No, they're decks.
Oh, are they? I thought they were okay.
You just need proficiency.
Thought I'd be able to use it, but no, way too freaking big.
It will
use it.
stupidly become your size.
Small creatures roll with disadvantage using longbows.
No. I'm not sure about the magic ones because they become your size. So either I don't know. Yeah. This is what I'm
and my halfling ranger from last
Wait,
campaign.
does
is
it
not
say that
correct.
in 5th edition? I thought that was a 3.5 thing.
What's that?
Oh, because it's heavy?
Yeah,
What's wrong?
Mm.
it's got the heavy tag on it. I mean, I can still use it. It's just with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Anybody in the party even use bows?
I use a crossbow.
Or I
If
guess
I
would be
can use it, I'll
proficient with it.
try.
Actually, Kelp, it's all yours.
I can use this?
Yeah,
Or
you're proficient with longbows,
I'm proficient with longbows?
martial weapons.
Oh, all right then, yeah.
Remember your skill that you know?
Well, I guess I didn't realize that martial weapons were a longbow. But yeah, bring it over. I'll attach it to all of my other crap on the back.
Yeah.
Back. Can I shoot a javelin using the longbow?
Poorly.
How many weapons are
I don't know. The arrows you probably are shooting are probably like that anyway. So
Oh, okay.
No, you cannot. Well, you can. You might be able, if you don't snap the string, you can probably shoot it the length of the javelin. So, are you? How many weapons are you carrying? Like larger things.
Oh, just shield and trident, and then I guess there's some javelins.
Okay. All right.
You probably need to put the shield away to fight with the bow.
You do.
That would make sense, but that's right. My goal is not to be far away from things.
Sometimes things can just be hard to hit, especially if like you can fly or.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's been sort of trying to carry this thing around that's taller than him, so. Oh, the map didn't, or the screen didn't change. It's not really a map, but. All right, so you guys arrive at the front door of the orphanage and startle a few people.
Look who we brought home.
We did bring them home, right?
No, you didn't.
What do you mean? No, of course. That's why we went there.
I understand that. 5 people, isn't it? 5 willing creatures total.
Are we 7 people?
With Bryce. Bryce is 7.
6, right?
Is
Then
it
we
you and
would-
5 willing or 5 willing?
You and up to 5
7.
willing creatures. Then we wouldn't do that because we literally went there just to do this.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even realize it till we got to the
Maybe
extra
the
person,
nerve of
right?
the air also brings that person.
I will say that it will move the party, and Grace is part of it right now. So
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, we can play it that way. It turns into
Yeah.
a let's
You-
walk home quest.
yeah, no, I understand that. What I'm saying is don't try and bring a stranger above 5 with it, okay?
It works. It works for the party. It's a story contrivance, not a.
Exactly.
That's the point of it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
It's just like otherwise, well, how can you bring 5 strangers and teleport? You know, can you teleport a whole town or something, right? So yeah, you can bring your friends, which would just about include anybody that you spend a lot of time with at the orphanage. So.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody is very excited to see Vrace and very concerned that Bob is in danger.
What do you mean, Bob's in danger?
Bob was supposed to be back 3 days ago, and nobody can get a hold of him with the message scrolls that he left. So, the madam of the orphanage, whose name I can't remember, is like just beside herself, and she's like, "He's never late. He always messages us, but he's not dead. I don't understand this magic stuff, but he's really good at it, and he's not answering," which is also what you guys found. All right, and Drew and Frankfurt, you guys, there is a third. Somebody else is attuned to one of the special items, correct? Drew, Frankfurt, and who else?
Kinda.
You guys definitely feel a very strong pull now that you're up here to the west. So. There is another magic item directly to the west, and it's a fairly strong. The pull's been always sort of into several different places, but now it's definitely to the west and way off to the east somewhere. So.
Do we know which way Bob went?
Nobody knows which way Bob went. He said he was leaving, and as typical Bob, if he's not on a trade mission or something, he disappeared at night. So
Was he glowing like us?
he was. Are they actually glowing stuff? Sorry.
Glowing? No.
Okay.
These
They'll have
spine
some kind of
nerves emit a
physical-
faint glow, visible
Alright.
under the skin.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like there'll some specific aspects of each person that might glow. Like Pedo, his voice box kind of glows a bit, and but Frankfurt doesn't glow. He just looks kind of metallic-y.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
I'm sparkly.
So for Pedo, Drew, sorry, let's looking again here. Over there. Okay, yeah. So Pito's, I mean, yeah, it's still a valid question because something visible on Pito has got a weird little glow to it. So, it doesn't mean it's an absolute answer, right? But no, there was nothing glowing. But he took the strong box from the right side of his desk with him. It's not there.
A strong box.
It's like a metal box, a safe from this era.
Good.
Harder to break with just a sword. You might need like a chisel and a lot of time. So, but yeah, there was always a small one under the left side of his desk and under the right side. Like not even that hidden. You could always see them. And of course, you guys were kids. You looked around, right?
Right.
Can I ask if they'll let us into his office to look around and investigate?
She's gonna let you guys in. You guys are vetted. You're master masons, so you're allowed in. You're gatherers. Sorry, that was it. Gatherers. So I was trying to remember the term. So yeah, you guys are gatherers. So you're allowed in when there's this kind of crisis. So without anybody, you
through and investigating.
you've been in
Yeah.
before.
Let's take a look, see if we can tell where he was going.
All right. This one sec. Here's an actual historical strongbox of sorts for travel. It looks like this is a traveling one. 17th century. Anyways, yeah. So
With the damage on that thing.
what's that?
Almost helping you out.
What's that, Spence?
Well, for the investigation check, you can roll with advantage. So.
Oh. Then I'll roll again. Try to do a better job. Oh.
Well, the most obvious thing is a really MacGuffin-like letter on the desk. It's really hard to read, but you with from your recent experience and with Pito's help that it is a weird combination of your secret language and Elven and Dwarven. So you can only sort of decipher some of it.
I was gonna say I don't speak Elven or Dwarven.
No. Does anybody speak Dwarven?
No. Can we ask around the orphanage if someone would speak Dwarven?
Yeah, do we have any dwarfins?
Drew, when you were young, you were sneaking around being Drew things and practicing Drew things, and you caught Bob once with a letter before with this language combination. So.
Okay, so I've seen it before.
Yeah, just once though. Like it's something that's obviously secret, and most of the stuff he writes is either in Common or Elven, Common or Dwarven. I mean, so yeah.
Well, let's find someone else who speaks Dwarven and have them help us decipher this.
All right.
And
So-
Elven. Does anyone speak Elven?
I do.
Okay, so you and we'll find someone who speaks Dwarven to help us too.
And everyone speaks secret language.
Yeah, everybody speaks secret language. Yeah, that's easy.
So some of the letters are actually mashed together and stuff. So it's like if you had an A from two different languages. So it's kind of a weirdest script you've seen. Just give me 1 sec to pull it up. Sorry.
I'm sorry, this was in Bob's office, right? Just to make sure I know where
Yeah.
I am. Okay.
All right. All right, there we go. What are our sub channels? Group notes.
And that's funny. Canada won gold in both the men's and women's hammer throw.
Oh yeah. Followed over the weekend.
Apparently, throwing hammers is just a thing up here.
Oops, little.
And all the blanks are things that we can't translate.
Yeah, they're just, you can't make sense of them.
Okay. Looks like we are heading west.
Mhm.
So, can't let his situation get any more sexy.
So, Thurman is the furniture store owner.
Yeah.
If anybody did not recall.
Oh, the furniture owner that we killed?
You did not. You did
Oh,
not.
that ran away.
Hmm.
Can we figure out the encoded location?
Yep. Just pick a color that actually shows up on this map. So there are several scratchings and markings on the map that that are in your secret language. Okay.
Okay.
But they are even further encoded in the sense that they're representative initials. They're commonly used by gatherers to mark for navigation in a way that others won't understand. So it's sort of like a hobo sign, but it's like your own one, and
Do we
it's all.
understand this one?
Pardon?
Do we understand this one?
Yeah. It's really common to you guys.
Okay.
And the part that's indicated as distress or worry, like so, normally would be after you look at it for a while. Who's looking at it, by the way?
The translator we brought in, me and one of the smart people, either Spalding or Frankfurt.
Okay, you brought in a young guy, young dwarven half dwarf who knows the language. But in this case, it's all in the secret languages, common codes that might say like orphan here and friendly here and retired person from the group here. So yeah, it's you recognize that the critical point that they were heading for is near Xanthar's Peak. So I'll circle it on the map. Which we don't have.
Mirabar, you said?
1 second. Yeah, which is, you guys had heard that the cult was very active near Mirabar. I'm from Peter's friend in Aloria. The yellow circle is on the
there.
wrong layer.
Near the spine of the world.
Yeah, hold on. Layer. Map layer. There we go. That one is not on the right layer. Layer. Map layer. What's that?
Some
Yeah.
Greek letters I'm sure
Yep.
right now. Oh, these are the extras I see.
Yeah, the different notes. One indicates that a child has been acquired here in the past at Morgar's Mound, not too long ago, and another one indicates that in Mount Hotnu that there's friendlies, like people who have been through the program. It's the symbol for the gatherers. So Usually means somebody retired there or lives there for some reason. And this symbol here means that this is the scene of a mystery that nobody ever solved.
The one with the 2 loops, you mean?
Yeah. So for you guys who missed, it's up here.
Right. So we're heading to Xanthar's Keep then next, right? That's what
Yeah.
it says.
Well, yeah, you believe that it's either Miramar or Xanthar's Keep. Xanthar's Keep. So yeah, Miramar was the problem, and this is what they identified specifically here as where Themin was in trouble.
And looks like we're back on the road, guys.
Yep.
Since it's a short session, I thought we'd do 10 minutes now. So
Yep.
that's up.
Back at quarter after.
Yeah.
2. Okay.
All right, talk to you in a minute.
Back in a minute.
Cool.
still gone.
All right.
Oh,
There you go.
Back to.
Wait, that's not working. Hi, Dwayne.
no, to bed.
Sorry.
There we go.
What's going on, buddy? Yeah, there's one more set of horses. You guys dropped the other set, so.
I mean, I got a free one.
I believe my personal
For-
horse is still there.
I'll take one of the horses. We're going to save Bob.
All right. You guys,
Actually, how much money are horses?
you don't have to buy them.
No, I know, but I want to leave money at the orphanarium so they can buy new ones.
Yeah. All right. I don't have the table in front of me, but it's like $50.
Yeah.
Okay.
How well off are the orphans at this orphanarium? Are we talking like everyone's in like you know, is it like Hogwarts where everyone's got clothes, or is it like Great Expectations, or
Oh, you
where
guys,
it's, like gruel?
you
'Cause-
you guys never missed a meal unless you were too dumb to come back on time.
Yeah, I'm going to drop off 500 gold for horse replenishment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 75 GP.
Then I'll drop off
Well,
at.
you don't have to do it. I'm just looked it up. That's all.
Yeah, no, I did. I drop off 1,000 gold for horse replenishment,
Okay.
and then we go.
All right.
Yeah.
I cast Find Steed. Magic horse.
Do you?
Yep.
Are you casting it?
Yeah.
Awesome. What type of steed would you like? Just can you describe it?
Hold on, I get to pick?
Yep. You just focus on it. You could say like, big tall green thing.
Probably the Mastiff, because I'm too tiny for everything else that's in that list.
All right. So, describe. Do you have any description for your mastiff, or just a mastiff?
It's average run of the mill Mastiff.
Okay.
Gotta look up
So-
what one looks like.
Did you just get the spell?
No, I've had it for. It's like a level 2 spell.
I just wasn't sure if you did it.
No, I haven't used it yet.
All right. So the ground just in front of you just shimmers, and there's a bit of a glow, and there sort of ripples, right? And the steed the glow becomes steed shaped and raises out of the ground. There's a steed standing there, except for the steed is a big ass fit mastiff. So you're standing beside it. So.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's not as overbred as that. So yeah, and it looks at you. It seems happy to see you, and it farts.
I love this guy.
Anyways, yeah. So he's you have a steed, and you guys hop on your horses without any trouble, and because it is a steed in D&D definition, it has no issue keeping up with the horses.
Cool.
For either the endurance or if you speed up. So, yeah. So you guys head out towards, I guess, Yatar, probably. Yartar. And
Yartar.
More.
Oh wait, before we go, there was a material I wanted to see if I could get.
What's that?
Sorry, I just gotta pull up my spells. An object engraved with a symbol of the outer planes, worth at least 500 gold.
You can't get that at the orphanage.
There's nothing that would be engraved with something from the outer planes.
No. You would have to make
Okay.
it. And you would have to find an object with that value and find it and make it. You could. It's going to take you a little while.
Okay, I do got one free casting though, right?
Yeah, yeah. What is it?
It's Tasha's Otherworldly Guys.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of doing that at the beginning, but it's okay for this one. Just one. You get one. No problem. Yeah, so you'll have to buy something at some point.
Okay.
Otherworldly Gasp, did you say?
Guys. Guise.
Yeah. No, I was like, I hadn't heard the other one.
Okay, so walking. Da.
All right. No, you're not. You're riding a horse.
I'm just doing this on top of the horse.
No problem. Horse. I'm not looking to break down travel. I just need. I always forget the horse travel speed. 3 miles per hour. 15, 40, 200 miles. Still some time. It's a good thing you're not walking. The same thing when you guys went to the coast, it only took a couple weeks or something. Right, so 40 feet, 200 miles, so yeah. So you guys can push it pretty, if the pace is okay, you guys can push it to around 4 or 5 days, so to get up there. But so you guys head towards Tribor, which is a trade place. It's more of a practical, right? So either adventuring or smithing and mining. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys want to stop there at all. It's sort of it's a lively trading place. So it's bar fighter party. Anything from.
We'll stop long enough to see if anyone's seen Bob, and then we'll keep moving.
Okay.
So you
All
said
right.
there was a blacksmith?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, so a lot of standard things are available off the shelf that either farmers or lower level adventurers would use.
Like
Nicer
any-
stuff probably over in Tribor, though, right?
In Tribor, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. I'm just looking for
What
a
was the
plus.
first part?
I'm just looking for a +1 something, like a sword or like a.
That's an item that you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
a city item. Yeah. That's if you go to if you went to water. That there are swords.
So we should go into enchanting sword business.
You can. It's a bit boring.
A while, though.
It's
do a sword.
Ah,
Exactly. But you do know a bit about this stuff, but not too much, right? Yep. So you guys head out of Tribor. It's the weather is pretty good. It's been a bit cloudy, but warm, maybe humid. It's definitely summer. You guys, what is the road safety plan? Drew, are you
Yeah.
leading?
I'll leave.
Okay. Long Saddle is where the famous bumbling wizards were, about 100 years ago. So they're still their descendants and stuff. You guys met.
So they
one
would
of
have
them at
magic
one
stuff
point.
here to buy.
Yeah, there are. It's not really a trading place. There are family people, but you can make friends. So yeah. So
Mostly we
see
ask
what
if they've
happens.
seen Bob.
Yeah. What's that? Sam?
Mostly we ask if they've seen him.
Okay. In Tribor, you don't hear any word of him, but there's sort of a comment that he tends to travel at night or underground. So, often he knows different ways to get places where he's like half underground half the time. And then the person who says that at the tavern says it in a non-disgusted way. It's just like shrugs like dwarves, right? So, dwarves. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's been here. He didn't stop for supplies or anything that I know of. He often stops here if he's doing a friendly diplomatic tour or raising funds.
Yes.
So so this is sort of the main tavern. You guys know it. It's sort of middle class and people who have money come through. So all right, you guys head north, which is how far to Longsaddle? Wrong button.
Could I ask around and try? Has Tribor got any notable shops?
There's definitely everything that a trader would need. So there's a hardware store. There's a blacksmith with anything from farm implements to,
But nothing in specialty magic items with otherworldly things engraved on them.
No, the population is about 900. But it's got 3 times as much trade as heading into the interior and into the forests and stuff where people are going. If they're not going to Silvery Moon, then they go by here a lot. So, yeah. So you guys head north. Drew, what's your travel standard mode move?
Whatever the horse is. What do you mean?
Oh, as far as like, are you scanning the bush all the time? Are you?
I mean, we're on a main road, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he keeps an eye out, but he's not like scout ahead, go back, get everybody to come forward. We're moving at a normal pace. We're not.
Yeah, you're gonna see somebody about every hour, which is a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Drew's not. He's good at navigating. He's pretty perceptive.
Yeah.
His passive is 18.
Yeah.
So nothing special though.
All right. Yeah, no, I just was wondering. I just missed questions related to, we haven't really slowed down on the road before, and you guys are heading north there, and something really strange does happen, of course.
No,
because I had to ask those questions. So, oh my gosh, wrong button. You guys, Drew, you're sort of leading ahead, and a weird thing happens as you go forward. You cross a sort of line where there's less light, but there's no change in the clouds or situation.
Okay.
So, like when you do that, you can put your hand in, and one side is like dim, and one side is fine.
I stop everybody before we go across that line. So it covers the entire world.
Yeah, as far as you can see, which is about, a few miles, right? So,
Yeah. I get one of the smart people and ask them what they think is going on.
Sorry, I missed the description of what you saw.
Oh, it was like a wall of dimmer light, not full on dim light, but where he put his hand in, it's like in shadow instead of in the light that's sort of filtering through the clouds. And it came towards you all a little bit and then dissipated.
What kind of check would that be?
Arcana or religion, depending on things that I'm not telling you, right? So
yeah, Drew does not know any of that stuff and goes to one of the smarter people to say, what the hell?
I'll definitely be
I
up
say
with Drew and I'll
I
do
can make a
religion.
religion check.
What's that?
Does anyone?
Frankfurt, what's that?
I said I would do a religion, but if Spalding's better at religion than me, then he can do it.
I suspect the paladins are, but anyways.
That's smart. I'm not.
Well, religion.
Okay, I got a.
Mine is
I got a 16.
0.
And then if anyone knows nature, maybe give that a thought.
Also 0.
inherently, this is a magical effect. You don't feel. You didn't get any sense of divinity from those that are connected. Well, there's only one person really connected to their god at all, which is Bumbleberry. Kelp draws power from it, but never refers to them or mentions them. So I don't know. I don't know who they are. It seemed like as if a darkness spell was like diluted, but you're not really sure what to make of that. So it's like that's not what it was either, but that's what the feel of it was. It was definitely like magic or manifestation in that area. Things like that just happen, and unless you're in a dungeon or some crazy place that's got traps and stuff. So.
Well,
Everybody saw it though.
and how far along were we when
You're halfway right here.
Were you pinging the map or anything? Because I couldn't see there.
Yeah, north of Tribar, halfway.
Okay, maybe I need to
We
refresh.
here?
Oh, I saw that thing.
Yeah, that's me pinging. Is this where we are? I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Yeah, just coming up before that symbol,
Yeah.
which
What
Drew is
symbol?
like the symbol. The here is
This one here?
No, this one here. Oh, it's not on the layer.
Yeah, we can't see your pings either.
Yeah,
Wrong
the
layer.
ping's
Wrong
on-
layer. That's why.
There you go. There's still no symbol there, but
I know. This one's second. And that's why you didn't ask about it. So. Just 1 second. There it is. Now that I accidentally deleted it. There we go. Alright. Top layer. There we go. There we go. So you were still south of there. Drew knows that symbol, though you don't know the age of it, is generally bandits. So. But lots of people came down peacefully down the road so far. So yeah, some of them looking quite wealthy. In fact, Drew was like, So, yeah. So but the line comes about around here. So, all right. The cross on the bandit symbol means that somebody considers it have been dealt with. So.
okay, so there were bandits and there aren't now, and there's some sort of thing across the path that we're going.
Yeah. And it's gone.
It's gone now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It just dissipated.
then we
Yeah.
keep going.
And then dissipated.
Let's keep riding our land seahorses.
The
Can I
people who are
actually just like shoot a firebolt ahead of me to see if it hits anything as we're going?
Yep. You shoot it ahead, assuming you can target wherever you want, and it's nothing at all, so nothing happens. You can also do the same with Mage Hand too, so poke if you want. Creature or object, there you go, so you pick a rock. So yeah.
I'm doing it from time to time to see if maybe there's a barrier that appeared.
With Mage Hand or with Firebolt?
With firebolt.
So, if you're talking a few days ride, how often do you do that?
Once every like 10 minutes, for until I get bored.
Okay.
Oh well, so did we get any kind of? Was it like on the horizon that we saw this, or was it?
Well, Drew put his hand towards it. I would assume. Well, I said you did. You didn't say no.
Yeah. No, I did.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I would say maybe do it every like 10 minutes for the next like couple hours until.
Okay. All right. So Drew, are you riding first?
Yep.
Bill?
Yep. Drew rides first still.
Okay. Pretty obviously, a voice says, "That's a really noisy way to travel, just from like several hundred feet in front of you." And you see a man sitting on a rock. He is insanely handsome. He's sitting on a rock in the middle, just on the edge of the road, with a little campfire, and he's cutting away at an apple.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like eating bits of it with a knife, and he's just like a utility knife, and he just said that from us, just about as far away. And he said, "That's a very noisy way to travel."
And I slow everybody down,
Yeah.
and I apologize and say, "Would you prefer if we were quieter?"
Well, it's just safer, but he's got a red bandana. He's very handsome, like I said, perfect hair, perfect features. Looks like he's waiting for somebody. You realize that when he's eating the apple, he's carving it into the like the shape of a what you call it? Sorry, it's like the shape of a little lizard or something. So he's just like carving it away, and he's eating it artistically.
We can see that from this distance.
No, I thought you were approaching. Sorry, how far do you want to
be? No, we are approaching. I thought you said he was far away.
Yeah, I just want to know how close you want to get then. So.
We're just going along the road still and talking to him as we pass.
Oh, okay. He says, "Well, it's been a while here waiting for you." So,
are you waiting for me? For someone in the group? I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar with you.
Insight, please.
My rolls today not great. 18.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Drew feels like it's patter. No. But then he just turns and he looks as the group catches up, and he's like, "Oh, it's you," and he points at Pito. He said, "Yeah, you were the one on the docks the other day everybody's talking about, right?"
Yeah, that's me.
There's been quite a fuss about that. Your insight, Drew, is that before that he didn't actually recognize anybody.
Okay.
Before Pito came, or before I just admitted it?
Before Pito got closer.
Okay, gotcha.
So he says, and he just starts focusing on you, and he says, "Strangest thing, I woke up this morning and there was a voice, but there wasn't a voice, and it should just come to this rock here and wait."
I look around for other people or things.
Perception, please.
Finally, 27.
Yes, there are other people around.
I say that's great as I point them out very clearly to the guy to make sure that he knows that I know exactly.
They're at a fair distance and hidden among the trees.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I just start pointing. How do you think we got?
And everybody can just like, we're not going to take your food or anything, or even your horses. Just maybe that. And he points at the coyote skull.
Yeah. How do you think we got this in the first place?
Yeah, you're not getting that.
And then you wouldn't have to meet my friends at all.
I've already met them, and really, I don't know how loyal they are to you, but
two of them become really obvious, even though they haven't moved. Drew focuses more, and there's two large black armored figures off to the edge, just hiding behind the trees there. So, good job of it. So,
there are easier ways to die, good sir.
And he just turns and looks at you for a second, and he's like, "You're right. We should probably just go on our way. But do you have another apple? I've eaten this one, and it's gone." He's just eats it all, like core and all.
Do we have an apple?
At that moment, the line of darkness crosses across everybody fairly quickly, and initiative is rolled.
3.
Don't forget to select your token. Select your
Right,
token. select
right.
your token.
Select token.
I can't
I roll.
see anything on the map.
Yeah, it's
I
black.
rolled that was not my true roll.
1 second. That's
It's a 4.
currently don't have
I can
token.
see me,
How's that?
and that's it.
Alright. Weird.
Token.
All right.
My
Well,
screen's
darkness
black.
is not- Okay, hold on a second. It is daytime, so
Hey,
and just let me
Holy crap! The turtle's going first again.
No, I just didn't click on my token. I got a 23.
No valid token.
that's a weird one.
You gotta click on yourself first.
These are the thoughts that Drew pointed to.
There's nothing.
Drew,
There's
the hiding level is like monk, ranger, magic kind of level.
good thing I rolled 27 perception.
Yeah.
They're not on our map at all. If you've
I know. I put yeah. Oh, the yellow dots did show.
Hmm.
Right. Because
Okay.
there they come. Just back and forth between layers for a minute. Not for long. There we go. That should do it. What about that one? So you see the yellow marks?
Yeah.
Here, for example.
5 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Plus dude who's sitting here.
Right.
Drew, he absolutely meant it, and everybody else feels he meant it when he said this was just going to not be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that he was just going to leave. So
If we'd given him all of our stuff.
no, he had acquiesced at the moment that the darkness hit. So. He's like, yeah, you're right. We should all just go on our way.
But someone else decided not.
Alrighty. So you guys got your initiative up there. Good. Everybody's on the thing where they should be. And when he stands up, which happens very fucking quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We have Pito. Pito's not on here.
I am. I'm just really tiny for some reason. My
Oh,
token.
Oh yeah, he is really tiny.
Oh, look at him. Little Peter.
okay.
Alright. Just got to get those two in order because of that. That's all.
Why am I at the back and not?
It's the front. It's just maps opposite orientation.
Okay.
Yep. That's all. I suppose I could have just put everybody at the bottom and would have solved the whole thing. So
That's fine.
less confusion. It wasn't critical. The two together. So, yeah. So he moves. It is not like a creature moving, or not like a person moving. It's like a creature. It's like fluid, but not like practice fluid. It's like fluid, literally, for a second. And the darkness sort of, you see it just like flash around his head, and he takes a huge fucking shot at you.
All right.
Yeah. The funny thing is, when he does it, he's like reaching out his hand almost in a handshake motion, and then just 1 second. Bad description here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I did not realize that that's where that was. All right. Sorry. Okay. So, what is your AC?
14.
All right. So, you just feel like you were just smacked momentously in the side of the head.
Oh.
Just like, but his hand was still reaching out in the handshake gesture, and it was like somebody hit you in the side of the head with a log.
Okay.
So, yeah. In fact, you've experienced this kind of hit recently.
I don't recall.
Yeah, it's like being hit in the side of the face and shoulder by a bunny statue.
Huh.
Very similar.
All right.
Yeah, it's like a freight train. So, and that is 19 bludgeoning. So, yeah. And it is.
I will dodge that uncannily and just take 9 damage.
All right. That was what I was asking you, how often you could do it.
It's a reaction.
Oh, yeah. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. And yeah, so then it is Spalding's go.
I'm at 4 initiative. It should.
Why does it say that here then?
Because it's
I was gonna
Frankfurt's.
say it should be mine.
Yeah, D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond has Spalding as 20.
Oh yeah, that's what I rolled with the D&D Beyond, but I rolled it with a die first.
Okay, I then have to just check everybody's
Sorry about
just 1 second. Make sure that
So
they
it's Peter
match.
first?
Yeah, I think so. I rolled 23 and then I didn't click my token, so I rolled.
Yeah, so Pito goes before that happens, Drew. So we'll have a pause.
Well, just this happened first this time, and
Yeah.
next time it'll happen in the right order.
Because Pito says 15 and the other one too. So
Fine.
Yeah,
So
no problem.
Pito's up.
Yep.
So this guy's clearly hostile. I'm going to hit him with a lightning bolt.
I have pointed out everyone else in the woods as well.
Yep.
How far away are they?
The furthest one is
You could probably hit these two with one lightning bolt.
depends on the spell description, but yes.
It's a 100-foot line.
Oh, you would have to move a bunch.
Yeah, I'll
You
move.
could probably. You could get 3 of those guys.
He knows where Drew pointed.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. So he does not currently see them line of sight, but that doesn't mean lightning bolt can't hit them. It's just that it's going to be disadvantaged because he doesn't know exactly where they are.
Yeah, they probably have advantage on their save or something. You could hit these 3 guys with a lightning bolt.
Yeah, I think Peter would try that.
You
See if it
gotta
works.
go behind the tree to get them, but
Yeah.
Pito has to move, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, because it blasts out from you. So yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll shoot a lightning bolt, making sure to aim it away, not away, but just so that Drew doesn't get hit by it. So directly dead center on this twilight-looking guy.
That's the easiest spot. That guy's gonna be hit unless he saves. So.
Yeah. I'll do it at 5th level, so that'll be 10d6.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Deck saves.
What's your spell save DC? Doesn't
It's
say 17. I see it. Yeah.
yeah, 17 decks for 39 lightning damage.
Okay. You smack, the lightning just goes flying through the trees here in a line, and it's like Back to the Future.
Sweet.
There's just goes flying through here. That's not the right tool, but it does. There it is.
And as a bonus action, I'll start to look really beautiful and shiny because I'm part metal now too.
You're almost,
Magnificent.
except for your face, you're pretty much all metal. So
Oh,
yeah, that's how you woke up this morning. Everybody, your skin is Terminator style with runes.
Pretty stealing your look.
So it just smacked through this tree here is now slightly on fire. It's not seriously smoldering; they're just smoldering, right? And this guy here just takes it right to the face, and Drew sees a look of surprise on his face, and you hear him yell, "Wait!" And then it is just 1 second. Frankfurt's turn.
Okay, so the guy in front of Drew is a bad guy, right?
He
Yeah.
punched me in the
Yeah.
face really hard.
Yeah,
Okay.
with an invisible slam.
Be-
But you saw him come up to Drew like he was doing.
because I have a warhorse, am I able to almost like javelin run towards him and like try to stab
Because
him?
you have what?
I have a warhorse.
Because you have. Okay.
If I
Yeah,
have-
if you have a warhorse.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it from?
I had him right from the beginning.
Pardon? Okay. He's just been quiet. Did
Hold
I
on.
miss something? My memory? Sorry about that, Frankfurt.
Yeah, no, I've always
No
had
problem.
this warhorse.
You have a
since the
warhorse, you
beginning,
can
yeah.
charge up to him, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have the mounted combatant feat?
Yeah.
Do you have the feat
I've-
for mounted combat?
No, but I've always had
You're
them.
currently
Then it doesn't give you any advantage other than moving faster.
and it will protect itself better.
If she had the feat, which she doesn't.
Oh, I just meant it might dodge. I'd give it a chance. That's about all. Not her. It's not gonna protect her. It just might know to be scared at the right moment. So, might run away less. Not a lot less. So yeah. So your warhorse, you can charge up anyways, regardless. It's not much different. I don't know how he went on the boat. Sorry,
I
he went on the boat. It was
I-
good.
He did.
There was room on the.
he did. He's someone we picked up at the orphanarium.
Yeah, we left him.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say there was room for one horse on the boat, but it's fine. No, that was just me going back in my head. I wasn't trying to deny the horse. I'm just going back and go through what implications would that have? Right? Thinking it through for fun. All right, so you want to run up to him on the horse or run up to him? Jump off and run up to him.
I'll run. I will, I guess, leave. Yeah, I'll run up to him on the horse still. And then stab him.
Okay. All right.
Nat 2027.
Awesome. Just 1 second. I'm not sure if you get disadvantage on the horse or not.
Oh, okay.
We're still gonna hold on to your 20, but I want to know for the future.
Yep.
I'm not taking the 20 away, so. This is for future. Yeah, you're good. Hold on a second. Interesting. So yeah, she's sort of in between with animal handling. So yeah, all right, that's fine. Good. So you're up there. You just like stab him in the head with what?
Javelin.
Is it magical?
No.
Okay, no problem. And oh look at that. All right, 8 damage. And he says to Drew again, "Wait," and then dies.
Yep.
And as he dies, just before she actually stabbed him, he actually stabbed him. You saw that sort of black cloud leaves. Just like the little, but it was small. It wasn't a line anymore. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then it is. It is Bumbleberry's turn.
I cast haste on myself and run into the woods.
All right. Which direction? All right, that direction.
Straight forward into that guy.
All right. So there he is. Lair. Token lair. There we go. All right. So standing there is a guy with like a kerchief over his head, a little bandolier of daggers, big ass dagger in his belt, and a sword and a crossbow. And he's just standing there, surprised to see you.
I give him a big grin and say, "Don't you look pointy?" That's my turn.
Really nice stuff he's wearing.
Wait, you cast haste this turn?
Yeah.
You have another action.
Yeah.
Oh, in that
Is your haste-
case, I attack once because I think that's all I can do with my extra action.
Uh,
An action, I think, is 2 attacks still, or because he's
No,
cast a
with a
spell.
hasted action, you only get
yeah,
one.
but if you have anything else that you can do that takes an action, you can do the full thing.
I mean, beyond pantsing the guy.
You can pants the guy if you
I roll the
succeed.
attack with the longsword of 1 extra smite per day.
Hold on.
1 extra what?
1 extra.
The 1 extra smite per day. I just had that written out as the
Okay.
sword's name because yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, just attack him once. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit. Just 1 second, get the right number. Bumbleberry. 2. Shit. Yes, 17 hits.
Uh, 15 damage total.
What's that?
15 damage total.
All right. Okay. And you see at that moment, his eyes were dark. And you feel just a whoosh go flying past your shoulder and your head.
Huh.
Yeah.
But it's not a creature going by him, because then he would be able to get an attack of opportunity on it.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Go. Your turn.
I yell from the trees, spooky shit happening.
Alright, so I hear the spooky shit happening alarm, and I run up to, or because I think I can move 30, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In order to get close to people, I'm then going to use Detect Good and Evil. which should be able to allow me to sense anything, or know, or affected by a hollow spell, or know the location of a celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. That's not behind total cover. And I think where I'm located should be able to get that 60 feet to where everyone that we know is.
Yeah. So what kind of creatures can you detect?
I can detect, know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead.
All right. So there is an undead creature near Bumbleberry. Don't know if you actually know the location, but yes. What does it say on that?
It says that I can sense anything affected by a hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead.
Right beside Bumbleberry, something undead is there.
Okay. So I yell that news back to the guy, back to Bumbleberry. So you got undead nearby. And I think that's what I can do.
Okay. The dude that you approached looks perfectly alive. Bumbleberry. All right. Drew, it
Yes.
is your turn.
I am going to go.
You guys are so fast compared to these guys. They haven't even moved yet to reveal themselves. So.
Yeah, so Kelp pointed towards this guy.
Yeah. Oh, you know where they are, Drew. I'm just
No. But the undead thing. Did he point towards this
Yeah.
man right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I go there, keeping my eyes out for undead guy. Does it seem like it's him?
He does not look undead. He looks panicked.
Does it seem like something near him as I have walked there?
You do not see any other creature except for Bumbleberry.
I felt something whoosh past me.
I don't see or perceive anything else.
You do not.
Then I'm going to kill this man.
Yep.
With +1 short sword first. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 hits.
And that's going to do... I don't know why it's taking so long. 23 damage.
Awesome.
Is he dead?
Nope. He's looking fused and bloody.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I'm going to stab him with my other short sword as my bonus action.
All right.
It's
8.
8. Yeah, 8 to hit, so I miss him.
All right.
That's my turn.
You're swinging by, and he still looks confused and bloody.
Yeah.
All right. He runs away. Disengages. And runs as far as he can. Screaming. He definitely looked like a well-off bandit to you, Drew.
All
Hey,
right.
come on back. We didn't get your stuff. Rules of the road.
Okay. Beside Drew, a person appears who is in the blackest, fucking, most ridiculous over-the-top armor you've seen in a long time. It's full plate covering their whole body with a custom faceplate and like spikes on it and the whole shit, symbols, everything.
It's not like Venta Black, so it just looks like a hole in the universe.
What's that?
It's like Venta Black or something. So
It's Phantom Black.
It's just, honestly it's a combination of, yeah, it looks really like tough armor and out of like a theater production or an opera or something. And it's got like these big spikes on the shoulder and like these dramatic symbols on it, and like a skull on the codpiece. And he steps out and puts his hands out and says, "Wait," and then Drew.
Yep.
What is your AC? 17?
14.
14. His eyes go and face kind of go into shadow, and just this thing comes flying into your other shoulder, the other side of your head, for 29 bludgeoning damage.
Which I'm going to take half of as I dodge uncannily.
Yep.
What thing came flying inside?
Just something like being hit by one of the bunnies or something, like just being slammed into by like a freight train. But shoulder and head mainly. So 29, so yeah, half, yeah. Okay, so then is another. It is Spalding's turn. So this guy, he's just like this huge black metal armor, a huge fucking comically almost oversized sword.
Is he the guy who hit me?
You don't know. So
He's
you don't know what. Put his hands up flat and took no casting action and no anything.
Okay. Because
This whole
invisible
thing.
doesn't mean unperceivable.
I mean, he had the sword like this flat, but he did the gesture, right? So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
This whole thing kind of feels a bit wrong, so I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna run up here and try to stabilize this guy.
All right.
So medicine check here.
Yep.
It's a 21.
No problem. Okay, you think you have him stabilized. Any bonus actions?
No. Oh, well, I'm gonna yell out. Are you guys okay? Is something attacking you?
This guy over here just yells "wait," and nobody else says anything at the moment. And he looks confused. He's still holding his sword out like this, but he's got it turned up in a weird way. Like, he doesn't want to drop it, right? So.
Like what? Sorry, I didn't have my camera.
It's like having his palms out, but he's got his two-handed sword in them. But you can see it drooping, right? So, so, yep. Okay. So this guy over here has the same armor. The situation is different. He's got more like round, like trap spikes on his shoulders and spikes on his gauntlets, and just a great big fucking halberd. Just like looks like he wants to chop somebody's head off. And he says, "Stop and live," and he runs up to Pedo. Actually, he doesn't even run up to Pedo. He says, "Stop and live" to Pedo directly. And you guys can now see that he's there. You can't see him as well as Pedo can. You can see him pretty well. So, yeah. And it's very clear to Drew and anybody else that they were hidden like snipers. So as soon as they moved, that was it for their, right? Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So they were deeply hidden, right? So to settle in. So they were standing, but they were, leaning against trees and stuff like that, right? So, yeah.
Right.
So, Spalding, what's your AC?
Not very high. Wait, let me see if I have the shield equipped right now. It's 16.
All right. Oh, right. So this giant, just sort of gush of wind comes, almost like afterthought. That's what you sort of think of. Smashes you in the side of the body, and just just Spalding. Yeah, just smashes you in the side of the body, and just like knocks you almost off your ass. So, yeah, and you take 37 bludgeoning damage. Drew, oh, you're right there. That guy who's holding out his sword, one side of his sword has a practice cover on it. The other side is sharp. So it's a two-sided, two-handed sword. So
Okay.
doesn't mean that he wasn't going to kill you.
Yeah.
I-
Sounds like
Yeah.
these guys have been haunted by something, but priority number one is me and my siblings.
Absolutely. Yeah, so Spalding takes the hit. Pito, you see Spalding take the hit, but you don't even, the guy beside you doesn't even look at him. So he just says, wait. So hold on. So,
You
all right.
wait a lot.
So, where is he? I have to check on the dogs for a sec. Something's up. Just no, they're just going nuts. The way they are.
Okay. I want to take this opportunity to point out everybody who's echoing or whose sounds are coming through their mics because it makes it hard to pay attention. Tamara, yours has been going off all night. Yes, we can hear you typing. Spencer, you echo sometimes. 50-50.
Yeah, we're using the snowball mic in here.
Mm.
We enjoy it.
Sorry. Hey, Chance. Hi, sorry guys. Just like something that sounded like a wildlife chasing on the deck. So, anyways, no rabbits visible though tonight.
That's good.
Okay. The guy appears over here where Drew already was absolutely sure he was. And he looks very terrified. And he casts. Does anybody have counterspell?
I do, yeah.
Would you like to try and use it?
Yeah, I'll counterspell. After you've taken that shot.
Yeah.
Just at level 3 though.
Yeah. Okay, his casting failed. And Chance, I'm not playing with that right now. Big pig. Anyways, yeah, so he is very clearly like some kind of goblinoid, but like wearing civilized clothing and equipment and like a leather vest that isn't quite armor. He he's on around that armor. He's got a lot of decoration and stuff like that, and he's got a big staff with a sort of a halo of spikes on it. Spikes seems to be a theme, except for the guy that greeted you guys. And yeah, he's there, and he looks at you and just can sort of see. You can't quite see his eyes. So, Drew, what's your AC?
14.
14. 14. There we go. I knew the answer to that. Sorry. Okay. So a huge sort of force just hit you right in the back this time for 45 damage.
45. I'm down.
Yeah. You could uncanny dodge it or not?
No, I haven't had my turn yet again, so I
Yeah.
already used my
Okay.
action.
All right. Drew is down. Oh, fuck. Excuse me. Moved my arm the wrong way. No rotation inside. I can do a lot of it. It's the best break I've ever had. Look.
Huh.
I just can't go out because it's that small one on the radius there. Yeah. And I can't rotate to the inside or it stretches it, so it hurts like fuck.
Yeah.
I go to it slowly and give it little pushes, you know. Work on it. That's what he told me to do. Anyways, all right, yes, Drew is down. The guy who appears over here is running away. He's gonna try. It looks like he's trying to get through the bush to where the other guy ran, but it's difficult. Well, thanks. So, yeah, he's running away and a huge gust just sort of flies by, and you see Bumbleberry sort of sees like the impression of like everything being compressed down on Drew. And just you hear the slamming noise like a thud into the ground. Drew, you've been hit.
That's with a melee attack or something from a distance.
A melee spell attack.
If it's a melee attack, then I believe it auto crits.
It's a melee spell attack. Melee spell attack.
Yeah, no, any melee attack, I believe crits, which means 2 death failures.
And is that true? We're sure that's true with spells as well?
I believe anything melee. Let me take a look here.
I'm looking too.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, any attack that hits is a critical hit if they're within 5 feet of me. Yeah.
Okay. So that, and we're rolling again for damage on that, right?
Nope. Unless you're going to roll more than whatever my max health is.
Okay. So just your fails, right? Yeah. Hold on a second. I got to check that. What is your max health?
58.
All right. Hold on a second. I got to push the button.
The last one did 45. Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 more. It could be. It is. Holy shit. Did you say 58?
58.
Okay. 63.
63. That would instantly kill me.
Except.
I'm going to use my inspiration to not have that happen.
All right. You dodge the attack altogether with your inspiration.
All right. Even though I'm out, I unconsciously flip out of the way. Ugh, death throes. It's inspiring, really. That's my that I don't even know whose turn it is.
Hold on.
Yes.
It's
I survived that.
back to the top, Pedo.
Okay. These guys seem to be really strong. But Drew is down. Okay, I am going to
I think I would describe what happened to Drew as this thing went down on the ground, slammed in, but somehow he had fallen by no choice of his own into a little dip, and somehow It's like that, even though it wouldn't work mechanically. It's happened anyways, so we're using the dip.
Or the ground is very soft and he hit him into the ground and the whole thing sunk. There's all sorts of ways you can do it. Inspiration is magic.
Uh-huh. All right.
Okay. So, yeah, these guys are very strong. So, I'll do a bonus action healing word
Yep.
on Jeru. I think it's I have enough. Not that far. Yeah, 60 feet. It's 60 feet. So, I'll give you a 5th level.
So anything will do, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I'll give you a 4th level instead. 16,
Awesome. I'm awake.
and then I guess I'm gonna test something. I'm gonna hit the one next on the other side. I guess the closest to Jeru with a firebolt. Assuming it's not gonna do anything, but I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
That's 20 to hit.
Yep.
21 fire damage.
20 what?
21 fire damage.
All right. Oh, you see it hit him right in the armor and just like spread over it, and yeah, it had the normal effect. He was knocked back and looked like he took some injury from it. So, yeah, and yeah. Anyways, so that's Vito's turn.
Sorry, I'll also try to run away a little bit from this guy.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
That's my turn.
The two guys in black armor drop their weapons. Put their hands up. Yes.
Well, they should probably not have dropped their weapons and should probably tell us what's going on instead.
What's that? Probably what? Not drop them what?
So Jeru says you probably shouldn't drop those and should probably fight whatever is causing this instead.
Yeah. If only there was time for a conversation. Frankfurt, it's your turn.
If I see them drop their weapons, I will not attack. I will hold my action.
Well, it's just those two. There's still this guy here. He's still holding his staff, so. Good girl.
Yeah, no, I'll just hold my action.
Okay. Okay. Good.
I'll move over here, I guess, and then hold my action.
Bumblebee.
And use divine sense. Try and find this undead thing.
Okay. It currently does not exist anywhere here that you can tell in your range.
I'm gonna run in a kind of like counterclockwise spiral. I have 90 feet of movement, so.
All right. Show me where you end up. You can just pick a spot you end up. It's okay. We don't have to be too fussy about it. Okay.
Well, if I find it at some point in here.
Yeah, I'll pull you around here. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, you can just pull yourself around, like just go like this, so like that, right? You know what I mean? But anyways, you will not at the moment find it. So
In that case, I'm gonna go back to Jeru.
Yeah.
And use my second action to give him 15 more hit points.
Hey.
True.
You could almost survive a hit right now.
Another thing you could actually do with inspiration, Drew, if you didn't get hit in between, of course, was pass the death saves, right? So
You can do all sorts of things with inspiration. That's Yeah.
Well, the official's very narrow, but we don't do that, right? The official list is super narrow. I remember that last time. Tax roll, saving throw, ability check. Yeah, but I'm the DM, and that's stupid. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's got to be more than that. That's dumb.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Right. Oh. Yes, that's the official though. Anyways, advantage on a roll.
Yeah.
We're gonna go at least with the auto passes the roll. We're just gonna give it out appropriately. So
it's rule of cool magic.
Yeah, Kelp. That isn't even just to save you, but it's just what we all believe in with it, right? So.
Yep.
Okay. See. I'll move my character to here. I'll then cast command on the one dude that's still holding his staff. So 2. And I guess he has to do a wisdom and my
Yeah, it's on there. Oh, if you did it on if you did it on roll 2.
Cool.
Yeah, 15 at the top. Yeah. All right. So what did you command him to do?
I yelled him to disarm.
All right, he drops his staff and manages to whip the dagger out of his belt.
Isn't that still armed? Oh, he flicks it out of his belt. Okay.
Yeah, just onto the ground.
I see.
Extra little extra action there. Yeah. Kind of wanted to, anyways. All right. It is Drew's turn, or unless you want to move, Kelp.
Oh no, I moved to where I think I'm most useful right now.
Okay. You're probably thinking you can either take control one of those two guys, or you can go over to the guy who just dropped stuff.
Jeru it's my turn.
Hold on a second. I just want to make sure he's happy with his turn.
Oh yeah.
And, it's Drew's turn.
Jeru is going to take an active perception check and use my action to find what is going on. I don't know if that's going to be perception or some sort of other check, but he is using his turn to figure out what's going on.
What you see is that darkness sort of flashed, sort of enshadowed people's faces and then their eyes, and you don't see it in any of these 3 people at the moment. And every time that it did, something happened. The 2 times.
Do I see that shadow thing anywhere?
No, you do not. The light is actually better than this map, right? So
right. Well, I don't even perceive anything like that. No. I am going to hide behind this tree then as my bonus action.
Okay. So this guy here, very fucking posh.
Yeah.
Whatever the educator says. We weren't going to hurt you. We were just going to rob you, and I don't know what's going on. And then
Yeah.
And then
I'm hidden. That's my turn.
Yep. And that's what he says. And it is this guy is a command till the end of your turn or to the beginning of his?
I will find out.
Oh, okay. So he drops the stuff now then.
And that's his whole turn.
And okay, no problem. So he drops the stuff now. I apologize. I took it as instantaneous in my head. All right, and he says, "Well, that's all happening. It is Pito's turn," and he says, "Yield." He says, "Yield." Oh, did I? Oh, sorry, Spalding. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll say, if you guys are in control, I'm going to turn out the lights for you then for a bit. Don't fight this, and I'm going to cast blindness on the 3 of them.
Okay.
So it's if they can choose to save, I don't know if that's something we can do or not, but otherwise it's a 17 con save.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But it's oval.
yes, I know. If I was paying attention, it was also non-critical, so I wasn't looking that hard.
Yeah.
So they are blind as far as you can tell. They appear to be confused. So, yeah.
All right. Then
Dude is down, and
that's it for me then.
they've all dropped their weapons, and they're willing to talk to anybody. If nobody is acting against them, their combat is over.
Okay, I'll just say I'm gonna keep this up for a bit in case whatever was using your bodies needs your eyes. But can you tell us what was going on?
Which one are you talking to?
I'm just saying it out loud to any that will respond.
Okay, you're currently standing here. This really vicious-looking little fucker, because he can't help it, steps forward. He's a short, even extra short for a hobgoblin, super wide, and has this wild armor. And he says, "Oh, we were just going to rob you and stun you and take your stuff. Some of it, not all of it. Not your food. We're not assholes, or we're lazy." And he's like, "But I don't know what happened. I just so I blacked out, and then I watched you guys get hit by something none of us have. So I've ever seen."
I'll say to this guy over here, did it feel like anything was in you when you were you trying to tell us to yield and wait, or was that something else?
I was just I didn't know. I didn't know if you were attacking your friends or what was going on. There was a flash and I blacked out for a second. Then we were just going to rob you. And he shows you the on the ground. He points like the one side of the sword has got a cover on it. So it's two-sided, so he still could have cut your head off. He's got a practice thing on it that's like sort of strung across it. So, yeah. And you realize that with anything you guys investigate, that there was, well, you don't know with this guy, but he's magical, so there was, they look like non-lethal was an option. So, yeah, and they're standing here listening to you blind at the moment. The three of them.
Yeah, the blindness only lasts a minute. So.
Yeah, that's fine. The conversation hasn't gone on that long. You're getting halfway through. So, anybody else want to say anything? Ask anything? Drew?
Drew doesn't understand magic or religion stuff. He never has, so he leaves that to the other guys.
Sure.
This is spooky shit, which is not his domain. He
Mumbleberry.
He deals with things that make more sense.
I'm just looking for the ghost.
So you still don't detect any undead. You haven't since the second thing that Pedo did. Second move.
What was the second thing that Pedo did?
No, just the second move that he made physically. So one from 6 seconds of this all happened in like a Jet Li movie. Hey, everybody's laying on the ground afterwards in a circle, and the one guy's standing there. Yeah, that's the speed of this, right? So, hey.
And what kind of damage were we taking when we were getting hit?
Your characters just know you were slammed into the side.
Okay, but can't determine if it was like necrotic or blood.
Well, so that doesn't mean anything to the characters. You get burnt. You get your soul, like that feeling of zapping, and you get this. You know what necrotic is magically, right? The magical damage you understand well, and the fire. You know the difference between fire damage and fire damage that's magical fire damage but isn't physically manifested, is an elemental, right? So burning that isn't elemental is part of some of the spells, right? So firebolt, I think, doesn't light things, right? So there's a couple of smoldering trees that are going out. So yeah, so you like bludgeoning is bludgeoning, but it doesn't have a name for you. It's just like being hit with a log or a rabbit.
Right.
So yeah, slammed WWE.